welcome back to another video, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at a scenario where Sweden forms an empire. So without further ado, if you like this video, please subscribe. The support means the world to me, and you'll continue to see content like this. Without further ado, allow us to get straight into the scenario. Now, Sweden, they've just decided to reform the Swedish Empire, or a new Swedish Empire. So, they have to wake up, stretch their muscles a bit, flex their muscles a bit, which is why they're going after the weaker Baltic nation of Latvia. The Swedish Navy, which they're currently relying heavily on, will be making a landing on the western coast of Latvia. Swedish troops will push in and will be met with the full Latvian military. I'm not sure if they have one or not, but I'm going to say that. Near the capital city of Latvia, which is Riga. Swedish forces will be winning a few battles and they'll be moving around. And after a few more victories, they'll be sieging the city. And after that, the whole Latvian army is gone, and Latvia will be surrendering over to Sweden's peace treaty, which will be full annexation. Now, the next country Sweden will be going after is the nation of Denmark, mainly because they want control of the Baltic Sea, who comes in and out of it, which is obviously very important for Russia, Poland, which are two of the world's, Poland's a very important economic country. And with this, they get, better access to the Atlantic Ocean. It's a very smart move, actually. Anyways, they're not going to be going here first, because this is Copenhagen, very hard to get. They're going to be moving up north here first. They're going to be using ships, pretending to be trading ships. They're just going to be coming in, attacking the north. We'll also be taking over this island here, which is Danish, but I'm unsure of the name. Eventually, they'll take over the whole Danish, mainland, although the mainland will technically be this, as this is where the capital resides. Yeah. GG's Denmark. In a peace treaty, obviously it will be full annexation again, and we'll be now looking at the next nation they'll be invading, which will be Estonia. They'll be making landing here, still relying heavily on the navy, but they are definitely buffing their main army. After moving in, the capital is here, Tallinn, which is why most troops are holding back here, their main defensive line. But it's no use. Sweden will be easily penetrating their defensive line. And in a peace treaty, we'll be seeing full annexation of the nation. Now, so far, Sweden's only been taking on smaller nations to add to their strength slowly. And yeah, it's definitely working, but now they want a big boy to make him seem big, impressive on the map. Also to expand their mainland, because people won't be able to know that this is Swedish land, really, or this is Swedish land. This people actually might be able to tell, but not if they got this massive chunk of land over here in Finland. That would double their size, basically. So they'll be making a lot of smaller landings in the western and the south, in the southwest, the south and the west regions here, mainly focused along the southern coast, but only a few on the western, as they're trying to take over all the major population centers, which is done quite quickly, as the Navy comes into aid in connecting up all of these. Now they have this northwestern front and the southwestern front. These two are quickly connected as the Swedish military starts facing the Finnish military, which is world renowned for being very hard to beat, especially in the winter. But these guys started their invasion in the winter. Why? Because then it'll be summer when it's halfway through the war. Very smart, Sweden, very smart. Full annexation, obviously. It would have been stupid not to guess that. But anyways, next up we'll be seeing something interesting happening. And this isn't Sweden attacking Belarus, no. It's border patrols, because Belarus has been getting scared. They've been buffing up their border zone here. And they know that they might go around here together, but we're not important enough. But sadly, some troops who are patrolling the border, they get a bit too drunk on vodka, and they make a little intrusion into into the Baltic territory of Sweden. This isn't good, because even though they move back in, Sweden will be declaring war, and one country who's not having this is Russia. But Swedish troops have already moved in, a bit too late. But some European countries don't necessarily like Russia getting involved in this. Like, hey. Sweden's just attacking someone who attacked them first. Now, more countries will definitely be involved in this, probably including these guys, potentially even like most of mainland Europe. But definitely these four guys, especially Ukraine, who's not necessarily a big fan of Russia. These two don't have very good relations, if you know what I mean. Anyways, we'll be seeing the fronts moving in as Russia starts imposing on the Tallinn, which is the second capital city of the Baltic Swedish region. Poland starts moving into Kaliningrad, but Kaliningrad is if you try to move into Kaliningrad, it's like slamming forces into a meat grinder. It's like a brick wall. It's impossible to penetrate. It's a literal fortress. Anyways, Russia will be making one intrusion into Ukraine, and Ukraine will be pushing it through here. Obviously, it's not just Ukraine. It's also these two, which are two of the strongest nations which are like the two strongest nations in Europe, and two of the strongest nations in the world. Up here, there's no fronts yet, but Sweden is amassing a giant army along the border zone here. So yeah, Russia's capture Tallinn, but there's definitely reinforcements coming from Sweden and Finland. Poland moves in further, and in a new deal, you could tell the color's different than it was previously. That's because these guys before they were only at war with Russia, not Belarus, but now they're at war with Belarus. This is a massive help for Sweden. But anyways, more French, German, the French, German, and Ukrainian troops are now moving into the Caucasian region of Russia, and Russia's advance is definitely not being that fast. So yeah. Oh yeah. So a new front is going to be opening up in this war, and that's the Sino-Russian front. Something. Anyways, China wants Manchuria back, because if you didn't know, during the Qing Dynasty days, China looked something like this. Now, they would also like Tanna Tuva, but that's like more Mongolian land. So yeah, that's the front. I'm not going to touch that front again, I don't think. Anyways, we will be seeing that. What the fuck? Oh shit. Back in Europe, the fronts have continued, and that massive Swedish army slamming through Russia really fast. They also pushed back over in the Baltic front, and Belarus has almost capitulated, same as Kaliningrad. And yeah, it's gone. Russia's definitely collapsing. They can't really go on any further. And we see this as Moscow, which is around here somewhere, is getting neared, and St. Petersburg is under direct threat. Also, France and Germany actually locked the fuck in over here. Obviously, it's not just Ukraine, but it isn't mainly Ukraine. France and Germany definitely took out this. Ukraine could have probably did a bit of this by themselves, but you know. Yeah, I think I would have put Moscow somewhere around here, but yeah, it's enclosed on. St. Petersburg fell, the morale of Russian troops is gone, and they surrendered to a peace treaty. And so let's cover this. So, as you can see here, Poland gets a bit of Kaliningrad, but Sweden will get the rest. Over here, Poland, they get kind of cheated in this peace treaty, actually. They get a bit of Belarusian land. Ukraine gets the best deal, though. Like, look at this. They get a huge chunk of Belarusian land and Russian land. Oh, Sweden. Oh boy, look at this. So they might have gained Moscow. So I think they gained Moscow, St. Petersburg, which are two of the most populated cities in Europe, actually. They got these guys, they inherited most of Russia's European population. Really strong now. And as you can see, they have now better Arctic access. These guys definitely replaced Europe as like the dominant eastern or northern power. Anyways, continuing on, they're going to be sending some fresh troops over from this region into Lithuania. You know, because they want the borders to look better. Also, they just want more land. They're really greedy. They know they should stop soon, but they want more land. So the troops coming back from over here some of them have to make a pit stop, which they're not necessarily happy about, but they do it anyways. And it's really quick because of first of all combat experience and just pure manpower. Peace treaty, full annexation, you know the deal by now. You guys know the deal by now, come on. And the final nation Sweden will be invading, I think it's the final. It's the final. Yeah. Is Norway. So Sweden will be moving troops in here, and Norway will actually be surrendering right away because they don't want an urban battle in Oslo. So they're going to be surrendering over to peace treaty. I know that seems dull, but it's actually very smart of Norway. And yeah, it's just full annexation. So if we go back to the start of the video, you can see the difference. Look at this. Look at all this. Look, I'm going to do this epilepsy warning, but look, you can see the flickering is like pink flicker. That's all the land they gained. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I applaud you, because my video retention is actually shit. If you did comment, peanut butter, trust. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe again. The support means the world to me. Also, we just hit 100 subs. Might do a stream celebrating that, but like, thank you guys so much.